Do y'all want to see a look? Hold on. No regrets. I'm surprised it actually turned out like this. I was expecting me to completely obliterate it, but I think I did okay. Taking it off is gonna be a little bit of a nightmare, but I'm gonna do my best. Do I leave it on for the rest of the day? I should take it off. I had like a whole story to tell you and I just instantly forgot. I went to Dick's Sporting Goods, and while I was there, it was the longest wait of my life, which was fine because I had time to kill, but it was also like I needed new running shoes. Because fun fact, I haven't had new running shoes in like 6 years, 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, long time, long time. I've gotten really into running lately, which is weird because something I never thought I would get into because I like sprints, but long distance running, not really my thing. But when I started running, my knees would hurt and my feet would hurt. My feet would hurt the most. And I thought maybe it's my age, you know, because I am 30. So I know the makeup, just listen, hear me out, okay? It was a thing. I kind of want to sit. Much better. Where did I leave off with that story? I don't even know. But running sucked. Like I loved running. I thought it was so much fun and I was like, wow, I'm getting so good. But like it hurt. It started to hurt. Like my feet bones would hurt. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, damn, how long have I had these shoes? So on stream I was like, hey guys, so hypothetically, what would be the reason for this? Would it be shoes? I feel like it's shoes. It's probably shoes. And they're like, oh, maybe you just need new like insoles or whatever. And I was like, well, here's the thing is like I've had these shoes since like for like 5 years, maybe longer. How often are you supposed to get new running shoes? And they were like, so I showed them my shoes and lo and behold, they yelled at me, which is understandable, honestly. There was no traction on the bottom. I'm pretty sure there was no like padding on the inside, but there was no holes. There's no holes. There's still no holes in the shoes. The shoes look good. Like they look good. They look like I got them like a year ago, but I've had them for a really long time and I've worn them 3 to 4 times a week. So I got new shoes. So I go to Dick's Sporting Goods and it took me to one that was like forever away. Like good lord, the longest one, the one that's in like another state kind of far. And I went in and they were so busy. They were so busy, but at the same time they weren't busy, but at the same time they were busy, but at the same time they weren't busy. And I felt so bad because there was just kids running around everywhere. And then like one kid was like, Mom, I don't feel good. And you guys know me, my fear of vomit, so that didn't go over well. Every time I wanted to try on a shoe, I had to wait like 10 minutes for them to find it in the back. And so finally I just bulk like ordered, because there's like a little kiosk where you order shoes. I just bulk ordered shoes. There's a wasp outside my window. So I just bulk ordered shoes to like try them all on and none of them felt good. And I didn't know if it was because I was so used to like my beat up shoes that I just wasn't used to it. Ignore the traffic. I know, it's LA. Cars. And so finally I tried on one pair and they felt okay, but I wasn't entirely sure like how, because you know on some shoes like they'd be too tight, and not in the sense of like it doesn't fit, but there was like too much squish, like there's too much fluff, you know, too much stuffing in the shoe. And there was other ones where I felt like the toe would go like up. It was really weird. So I ended up with this one brand, it starts with an S, it's like sauerkraut, I don't know. I tried it on and I was like, yo, these feel better than all the other ones I tried, so okay. I feel like my foot size is normal. It apparently is not, because they hardly had any of my size and I even went up half of a size. So I wear a shoe size 6 and I run with 6.5. That way there's room for my feet to like slide around a little bit. And they didn't have like hardly any, and I was really surprised. Like I don't know if like my feet are small or they were just sold out because my size feet is normal. Like I don't know. Anyway, I bought a pair and then I bought a sports bra because I was like, I need a sports bra because like I want to start running and I need my, my tatas to be held to my chest, my boobas to become one with me. Long story short on that, it was way too small. My boobas were inside my body. 0 out of 10. Did not feel them. Do not feel them to this day. They're too tight. But the downside is I bought them and so now I have to take it back and but the shoes. I asked what the return policy was because I was concerned like if I run in them and if it gives me like a blister or something, like could I take it back? And he said, well, you can wear them in your house and then bring them back, but you can't wear them outside or to the gym or on a treadmill and then bring them back. And I was like, but if I'm about to buy like $150 of a shoe, shouldn't I be able to do like laps in Dick's Sporting Goods? I need to try it out, you know? But you can't, so I was like, well, okay. So what I ended up doing was I did little laps in my house because I wanted to see how they worked before I went and did some cardio, and it spooked the hell out of Thor. It was so funny. He got like the fluffy tail and everything. And I know before people were like, hey, where's your cat? He was spooked, but he came walking over to me with his like floof tail being like, what is going on? And like, meowing and rubbing up against me. And I was like, it's okay. It's okay, Thor. And then he's fine. So I go to the gym and I feel like, cause I'm 5'5.5", I felt like I'm 5'9" in those shoes. I am 5'9". I don't know if there's that much padding, but I feel tall. Like I feel like a boss lady. Can't swear. Boss lady. And it feels good, but at the same time, I am just really concerned on how these shoes will run. So I get on the treadmill and I start running. It feels weird because the toes curl a little bit. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I need to make sure my feet land the right way. But the good news, so I get to like half a mile and my knees don't hurt and my feet, the feet definitely don't hurt, which is exactly what I needed. Kept running, and I make it to a mile, and I was like, nice. That felt good. But I got a little tired, so I walked a lap, and then I decided to run a lap again. So I ran another lap. When I usually run a mile, you take it slow just to, pace yourself. So I usually run at 5.5. If I want to run quickly, I run at 6. If I want to run fast, I'll go 7 and above. The reason why this matters. So when I was doing my regular slow pace, it did feel weird. The toes felt weird. And then I did one lap at 9. I think it's miles per hour. I'm not entirely sure, but I was going very fast. And let me tell you, I love running fast. I love sprinting. It is the most fun thing to me. I get so excited. The adrenaline just is pumping through that's the only time I can handle adrenaline. All the other times when I have adrenaline in my body, like I have a panic attack. I can't handle adrenaline unless it's with sprinting. But the before of sprinting, like if I'm in a race and everyone's next to me, they're like, okay, 3, 2, I'm gonna have a heart attack. But if it's just like, hey, Kate, run, I'd be like, hey, Anyway, besides the point, I'm getting really distracted. Hi, I haven't had food today. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Anyway, so I hit 9 and the treadmill starts to speed up. And as it speeds up and I'm running faster, I feel something feels different. And then I hit 9 and I felt, the only way I can describe it is I felt like I was flying. I was like smiling on the treadmill. I'm like, this is so fun. I was like, this is the most fun I've had on a treadmill. I like sprinted a whole lap after running a mile, after doing another lap at 6 miles an hour, which is a little bit faster than my regular mile. I was booking it. And I was like, I didn't have feet. I had wings on my ankles. Like that, it was insane. I did kind of get a little bit of a blister, but it wasn't like a blister. It was just like irritation of the skin, I guess, on the back of my right ankle, which isn't too bad. I think I do just need to break them in, and I pushed them to the limit. I pushed myself to the limit, but all in all, it was amazing. And then after the gym, I'm just telling you about my life right now. I hope that's okay. I went to the grocery store. There was a Gen Z checkout girl or whatever, so I just went to her, whatever. And like, I had all of my stuff. Listen, ready? I had all of my healthy foods and not so healthy foods and my waters, because I, need to be drinking more water, and I tend to do it if it's Fiji or Evian. Water. So I had it all on like the conveyor belt, right? And this woman comes up and she goes, excuse me, can I cut in front of you? I just have this one thing. And I looked at her and I looked at the girl and I looked at her and I looked at the girl, and the girl was like, there's checkout over there. And the woman's like, and she goes, just go to checkout. And I was like, she is not in a good mood. So then she starts scanning my stuff and she's like, do you need bags? I was like, yeah, yes, please. And I was trying to be a little bit nice, because I was like, maybe she had a really bad day, I understand, people suck. And then this guy comes up and he's like, excuse me. And she looks over, she goes, what? And he goes, I need to make a return. And she goes, then get in a line. Like literally her voice was this monotone the whole time. Get in a line. And he's like, oh, I just get in a line. She's like, yeah. She keeps scanning my stuff and I'm like, how is she getting away with talking to people like this? So she's still checking my stuff out. So then like this old woman comes over and she's just standing there, and the girl looks over and she goes, what do you want? And the old woman goes, I have a question. And then the girl goes, okay, what's your question? And then the old lady, she like mumbles something, and then the girl's like, okay, then just go ask the guy at the self-checkout. And I was just standing there going, how is she talking to people like this and they're not like turning into a Karen? Like they're all like boomers, so they all had the opportunity to turn into it, but they didn't. I think they're just so shocked that she was talking like that to them. Maybe they needed it. Maybe they're like, because like 3 people interrupted her doing her job, there was plenty of other employees walking around. But anyway, she was like super nice to me, so it was just kind of funny. It just made me laugh. And then I texted Gage afterwards and I was like, your generation makes me laugh Like, I like your generation. My generation, you know what we did, millennials? You know what? I'm pissed at us. I'm pissed at us and I'm pissed at you. You know why? Because growing up on the internet, on Tumblr, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, all of us were like, when I have kids, I'm gonna show them the true Disney. I'm gonna show them the Jungle Book. I'm gonna show them Lion King. You know what you've done? You've created an army of iPad kids because you can't handle children. You thought you could. You thought you could just sit them down in front of the Lion King. That's not how this works. You hand them iPads and now you've created little monsters. Children are monsters anyway. Now you've made them worse. Like, I so wish I could blame another generation, but we all know it's us. Like, I'm 30 and I'm like on the younger side of millennials. I'm like in the middle, but I like younger side. But anyway, besides the point, I don't know how I got on this topic of conversation. I think I was going to wrap it up with I need to go eat lunch and I forgot I have this cat makeup on. I hope it hasn't destroyed my self-confidence. Thanks for watching me talk about my life. Was it necessary? No. Am I here for your entertainment? Perhaps. Were you entertained? Probably not, but it's fine. Because at the end of the day, I like making vlogs and I like talking about my day and I like just having a good time because I like talking to myself. And then y'all are watching it. Dude, there's a wasp. There's a wasp outside my window. If it is making a house, I'm going to evict it. It's not paying rent. I'm gonna go. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching my stupid vlog about my shoes, my makeup, and the grocery store. Do you remember when YouTube was just this? Like, we would just talk about our lives. I miss those days. Nowadays it's all like challenges and who can do what for what money and all that, and that's not really my vibe, you know. I just kind of like hanging out with someone and talking and doing stuff. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and all the fun stuff. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.